Let's explore how Karnataka is reevaluating its energy strategy. Please join me in welcoming the Minister of Energy for Karnataka, Mr. KJ George, who will be engaging in a conversation with our Group Editorial Director, Rachanappa. Let's delve deeper into Karnataka's energy vision. Over to you, Raj. And can I again have a round of applause for Karnataka's Energy Minister,
Yes,
please?
to Mr. KJ George, who's a very old friend of mine. We are both old Bangaloreans, and I've known him since he's been an MLA, or even earlier when he was Youth Congress president. And the reason why KJ George Saab is here is because Karnataka, in many senses, is the driver of this country's growth, particularly in very key sectors. Bangalore or Bangalore that we both belong to, without power, Bangalore will not be what it is, right? So George Saab is going to, and the idea of getting George Saab here is that we need to look at a state perspective. While it's fine when you look at the center and what the center is doing, as we heard in the previous session, as well as with Mr. Sonowal, what is the state's issues? And Karnataka is at that critical point. And when George Saab takes over, he has power problems, as one can read in the papers. Plus, he has to make this huge thing that we discussed earlier in terms of renewable energy. Where is Karnataka headed to? Can it be the leader? So, George Saab, would you like to give your opening remarks, and then we can have a discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give KJ George a very warm round of applause.
Namaskara. Good morning to everybody. It's a great privilege for me to come and participate India Today's Infrastructure Conclave. I thank Mr. Rachanappa. Of course, I known him for several years. When I started my political career as India Today head, he supported me. And also, we are come from a place called Coorg, that's Kodagu. That's a place, it's full of mountains and coffee estates and all. I have to always thankful for that district, because that is the district. Most of the people are martial race people, even though I'm not, I'm a Christian. But he's because I always used to tell, as Rachanappaji told, yes, we are facing the power crisis in Karnataka for some time. See, we have to welcome demand for power. That's the growth, that's the state is prospering. Not only our state, even other states also, the demand for power is all over India. But unfortunately, when we face this demand, we got a drought also. The monsoon has failed in our state. That's why the reservoirs are not full. We are depending upon renewable energy. That also had given some shock to us, because there's no monsoon, the cloud will be there, our solar energy also gone down, there was no wind that time, then the wind energy also gone down. We expected that the month of June, July, August, we will have heavy rain. That's why we normally close down our thermal plants for annual repairs and maintenance. That all this happened at a time, and it was a shock for us. Last year, the demand was about 6,000, 7,000 megawatt. All of a sudden, the demand has gone up to 16,500 megawatt. We cannot do much in overnight, but still, we didn't announce any power cut to domestic, commercial, or industry. Instead of 7 hours, we used to give power, free power to the irrigation pump sets. We are decreased 2 hours. That 2 hours also made a very hue and cry, because that was the time the farmers need more water, because there was no rain. They have to energize their irrigation pump sets. All these things, of course, we could be able to handle with a very good team we are having, because I'm the only one person in the entire energy department as a non-official or a minister. Entire our technocrats, we got some good IAS officer who got IIT background. We all worked as a team. We could be able to manage, and luckily other day we got little surplus also. We have started buying from other states. or barter system. We bought from UP, we bought from Punjab, of course we got from Himachal Pradesh, that is on payment, and from the grid also we started buying. And our Chief Minister, Mr. Siddharamayaji, had given all support to us. That's why we could be able to tide up this. Why I am telling all the things? Because we are in pioneers in electricity, energy production. In 1902 itself, our Maharaja Nalvadi Krishnaraj Wadiyars and also Sir M. Vishwesvaraya, he was a great Siddhati. We started power production and we used to supply about 105 years back in Karnataka. So that's how, when I went, I become only recently, I became a minister, even though I was a minister in 1989. And when I became the energy minister, that was a new portfolio for me. Then they told me, okay, you have to go and visit Pavagada. Pavagada is a place. You have to see that place, see to believe. Because about 10,000 acres, we started the solar, the power plant. About 6-7 years back or 8 years back. About 2,200 megawatt we produced. That is like an ocean. You have to see that how the things. And I congratulate our present Chief Minister. He was the Chief Minister Ramaji at that time. And also our Energy Minister, who was the Deputy Chief Minister, he was the Energy Minister. And started this, and with officials' help also, technocrats' help also, they could be able to succeed with central government power, the thing, corporations' help. We could be able to achieve this thing with a partnership with the farmers. We didn't acquire the land for this purpose. We had leased out the farmers' land, and we every yearly we are used to give them lease. For your surprise, when I visit, along with Mr. Shivkumar, our Deputy Chief Minister, the farmers has come forward. We are so happy. They offered us another 10,000. We are going to do it now. Why all these things happen? Why this shortage has happened? When we got excess, we won't think about what is going to be the future. That's why we must know what is history. Right. And if you wanted to have a future successful in our country, we have to think about the past history of our country. I wanted to tell you, many of you must be knowing, in 1947 when we got the freedom, what was the infrastructure we had? And those days, Jawaharlal Nehru and his colleagues, maybe Vallabhbhai Patel and others, they are all thought about India's future. There was no infrastructure, but every 5-year plan, and there's a vision. Today, we got a strong foundation in India. Today we can talk, we have achieved this thing and all. Without that foundation, we would have not achieved anything. That we have to remember those people who have put a strong foundation for this infrastructure. Also, I wanted to think about Lal Bahadur Shastri. Lal Bahadur Shastri is the person who had given a slogan to us, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. His small tenure as a Prime Minister, he was a very successful person. And we won one war also under his leadership. Unfortunately, soon after, he was no more, he died. Then Indira Gandhi. See, today we are thinking about the food, we got excess food. Today our population is 135 crores. Today all our godowns are full because those days it is Indira Gandhi as a Prime Minister, Jagajeevan Ram as a Food Minister, then C. Subramanian as a Food Minister, and also we cannot forget a scientist recently passed away, Dr. Swaminathan. Right. You see, with all their effort, today, those days, you must think our population was 30 crores. One famine prior to the independence. Lakhs of people have died on hunger. Today, we got 135 crores of people. Still, we got plenty of food grain in our godown. And also, we have to come back after Indiraji's sad assassination. Then what happened? Rahulji has come to power. See, I had opportunity to work with under Indiraji, under Rahulji also. He used to tell us, don't aspire for power. We are all young people those days. We have to think about India. We missed the industrial revolution. We are not afford to miss this electronic revolution. Those days, I was a member of Bangalore Telecom member. Why I become member? If I become a telephone advisory board member, I will get 3 phone free. Otherwise, I have to wait for book the phone and wait for years together to get phones. And I got a privilege to allot some out of this thing. That was the situation in those days. Those days, we have no television in Bangalore city or Karnataka. Bangalore city, no television. There's no television in Karnataka. We used to come to Delhi, see that small black and white television those days. See, all this has changed. And cars, you must be, you know, we had only 2 cars. One is Fiat, or 3. One is Fiat, one is Ambassador, that's popular, and Standard Herald was there. And we have to wait after booking years together to get a car. And after getting car, after 20 years also if you sell, you will get double. And that also, Rajiv ji has changed the thing that Maruti came, Suzuki came, you have changed that. Today, you can see everything is available in India, all television available. And also, I have to remember one person, Dr. Sam Petroda, who was the advisor to Rajiv Gandhi. Okay. He bought this technology of mobile or the computer. Those days, I know, the supercomputer means the big block, I think 2-3 hall you needed to put one supercomputer. Now, our iPhone is more powerful than the supercomputer. That's how the technology has changed. Today, India has become technologically, or India is going to be a developed country. It is because of the visionary of those days. That's why we have to think about it. I don't say that nowadays nobody is thinking. The same way everybody is putting. Even I think that we have to congratulate late Vajpayee. Today, quadrangle, the national highway, that is the contribution of him. We have to always remember about him when we have got the thing. Even the present government also doing things. I don't say, now we have listened to Sorawalji and the government. But what I need, we have to focus. It is not only announcement. We have to, I think that one person, even though different party, I congratulate Nitin Gadkari ji, the way he is taking his national highways forward. Right. Afterwards, our Manmohan Singh ji and Sonia Gandhi, she was the advisor of the chairperson. See, so many the things. So 2 ways are there. One is growth. One is inclusive growth. We cannot give one section's growth and we cannot leave the other section, because if you leave the other section, there won't be any growth in the country. That's why we have to think about inclusive growth. That's what Manmohan Singh ji and Sonia ji has done. Today, we got young population. I think today we have to see that all the other countries, when the young population was there, their growth was double digit. We cannot say only we have to put the blame on the COVID. No, I don't say that. We have seen much bigger epidemics than COVID. Plague was there, malaria was there, chickenpox, monkey fever was there. But still, in our country, we got experts, we got doctors, we could be able to control everything. But I am against this controlling the vaccine policy. Those days, there was no need of your control. You should not have told, okay, 70 years above first, that means others. Whoever not affordable, whoever weaker section, we have to give them free. I also support. But whoever afford, you would have allowed that vaccine to go free market. So that the manufacturers also would have been benefited, they would have been marketed, that would have been thing. Anyhow, the things are gone now. As Raj Chakampaji told, we are facing shortage. Because last 4-5 years, we could not able to produce more electricity because there was no need, there was no demand, that our people also thought there are not going to be a demand for future also. Today, renewable energy, we are 51%. That is a very good thing. Even of performance-wise, Bureau of Statistics, the energy, the thing, Karnataka stood first in the country. And we are 51% of the renewable energy we are producing. Today, after I become the minister, our people told me we have to store the electricity. I was wondered, how can you store the electricity? I asked them, battery? No. Then I asked them, how? Then they said, we got enough place to store the electricity on pump storages. We got reservoirs. We are using the water and we are leaving the water. That water, we can pump it back with the cheaper energy, renewable energy, and advantage, once the reservoir having a water, within 5 minutes we can generate. That is the storage facility. That's what we are also planning. And other thing, the experts already told about green hydrogen. Green hydrogen is the future. I think Karnataka is a blessed place. We got sea, we got cheaper power, renewable energy. We can go for it. I think that we are already making a policy for green hydrogen. I think with the central government support, we can go ahead with it. And also, we are going a large scale for renewable energy like solar and wind. That is the hybrid. Even solar only, you can use it for the daytime. The wind and the solar, we can use it and store it also. Like a pump storage, we can store it. These are the things we are doing it. I think I don't want to take much of the time. Anyhow, here, I'm not an expert. I'm not a scientist. I'm a common man. I can understand things little bit faster because I got a good training from Kur, where we got the thing. Anyhow, with all your eyes, listening to the thing, talk, the others, what they are giving, I'm grateful. I learned little more from this session, and thankful to Raj Chengappa, entire India Today team. I once again thank you, and all of you are present. Thank you for this opportunity.
I think KJ George Saab deserves a really warm round of applause for I would say, speaking from his heart. Dil se baat kiya aapne. And that's very important in this country. I appreciate the fact that you took us through the infrastructure journey. It has not happened just recently, but you have, shown how we built, and that is the resilience we have shown. And with that, a platform to become, hopefully, a Viksit Bharat by 2047. I want to come to you, George Saab, because one of the things that has happened is, and I was in Telangana recently, the Congress party is also there, promised free units. You all had, under your Gruha Jyoti program, the Congress won, came back to power, which is why you're sitting here. You had promised free electricity for up to 200 units, if I'm not mistaken. That will save people around 1,000 rupees per month, those who want the needy thing. When it comes to the policy, see, one of the issues when you're building power infrastructure is the viability. You talked of that in the vaccine issue, where you said, if you give it free, then the industry is not this thing. To the needy is fine, but to those who could afford it, you are impacting industry. How does this work when you talk of subsidies in electricity for making it viable, firstly? How much are you going to spend because you are now giving that much free electricity? Plus, when you want to add facilities, does that impact your investment in it, giving such subsidies to the poor?
Thank you for asking a pertinent question. I think thank you for this opportunity to explain what is our stand, why we are given free electricity. You know, I told about inclusive growth.
Right.
The people are today facing the problem. Their income has not gone up, but their expenditure has gone up. Especially the women and the middle class also. Earlier it was only affected the poor class, now middle class also affected. Of course, rich people, they are not much worried, the thing, because whatever the price is there, if you got money, you can pay the thing and you can take. See, here the question is, we announced 5 guarantees in Karnataka. And that all that 5 guarantees will assure that is mainly women-oriented, the thing. And why these 5 guarantees? Mostly 5,000 rupees per household we will give per month. All this money, what is going to happen? This money will come to the market. We are buying power to those masses who are not affordable, who are suffering. And this, when they go to the market and buy the things, that means naturally the production will go up. Production will go up, naturally the employment will also go up. If employment will go up and production will go up, naturally the government also will get back that money also. This is the idea which we wanted to. If you go back to Indira Gandhi's time, She also told inclusive growth. She introduced this 20-point program. See, one thing we should not forget. See, the direct taxpayers, taking the indirect taxpayers, direct taxpayers ratio is very less. The indirect taxpayers, after GST, everybody is paying so much of money. For everything they are paying money. If you don't give them little back, if they collapse, the entire economy will collapse. That's why, to revive the economy, the thing is there. And up to 200 units what we are giving. There's about 16 lakhs people, more than 200 units. The RR meters, revenue record, that is the basic thing we are looking at. And today, we are taking average, the consumption per year. And we are given another 10% extra to them. That means 56 lakhs people are opted for this thing. And the remaining people, either they should have 2 or 3 meters in their house, they are not eligible to get this to up to 200 units. Today I will tell you one thing, consumption has not gone up.
Oh.
The consumption has come down because people are come down. Domestic consumption has not gone up. The irrigation pump set, the consumption has gone up. And in I think 1989-90, Mr. Bangarappa was the chief minister. I was also in that cabinet. We given free electricity to the irrigation pump sets. That time it was not much. Today, the state government is subsidizing. This is not, we are not penalizing the ESCOMs. The state government is giving about 16,000 crores of rupees. Today we got one idea we got. We have chalked out all our substations. We got about 1,000 substations are there. We selected about 400. And out of 400, 200 we called for a tender. And we wanted to solarize near the substation. And we wanted to give power there so that the farmers will get the good quality power as well as the transmission losses also won't be there. I think that tender also, the first tender about 750 megawatt is, I think in 2 days, we are going to finalize. And the quote we got for 3 rupees 16 paisa. That is much cheaper than what we are giving power subsidy to the farmers. I think totally we can generate in that way about 3,000 megawatt we already started. And also we wanted to increase the subsidy for standalone, that is, standalone solar pump sets. About 30,000 people are waiting. If it is more than 500 meters, 500 meters the thing, then we are going to give them the 80%, the 30% for the state government, central government, 50% for the state government. Earlier it was 30%. We wanted to increase the subsidy for 80% so that they'll use solar and we will save money also. That's a plan we are made. That's why all our program is good for the state as well as good for the country.
One finally, you've got about 2.5 minutes left. You have been visiting R.K. Singh, our power minister and minister for renewable energy, the union minister. What is it that the state wants now? What can the center do for the states? What are 2 or 3 things you want the center to do for you all?
I think I met him. I think like I didn't mention his name also. He's also one minister, very positive minister I met him. Any minister, including all others, they should be positive. They should not think about only 1 or 2 states only. They have to think about all the states. Then only the country will develop. I think that he is one person very positive. Whatever we requested, we asked because last 4 years or 5 years, this Kusum B and C has not implemented. He asked one question: why you people are not implemented? Why you are the thing? And it has lapsed. We requested him, please. We have already started. Please allow us to start. He said, you start, I'll give you all the support. That is what and also the grid is very important. Other day, we signed for pump storage with the central government, Power Corporation Subsidy THR. There, we are already signed for 15,000 crores of rupees. And the solar, also the thing, floating and wind, plus the Varahi, other thing. Pump and storage, there also, I think that 15,000 already we have signed. That meeting, I think that it helped our state I'm always thankful for him for his vision.
Let's give a very warm round of applause for that. Very good example of center-state relations. We have run out of time. Thank you very much, KJ George Saab, for speaking to this audience. Let's again, a very, very warm round of applause for you. Thank you.